Louise Johnson. I'm one of the associate pastors at the Presbyterian Church of Lawrenceville. And today I want to share with you some reflections on Jesus and the resurrection that were sent to me by one of my professors who I studied under at Duke University, but who also then subsequently taught at Princeton Seminary. He's retired now, but he has spent his entire life studying the life of Jesus. So here are some reflections that he sent to me this Easter season. I share them with you now. Many intelligent people claim that belief in Jesus' resurrection is a myth, that it is anachronistic, but I wish to suggest resurrection beliefs came into Western culture through Palestinian Judaism. The belief is in the Dead Sea Scroll, and there's a Dead Sea Scroll called On Resurrection. The Dead Sea Scrolls were written by a sect within Judaism. Second, Jesus was near death when he attempted to carry the cross and was already dead on the cross when soldiers came to break his legs to hasten his death. Jesus dies, feeling abandoned, and shouted, "Why?" He felt abandoned and he felt like he was a failure. All the earliest reports of the resurrection of Jesus stress God's actions in raising Jesus from the dead. These early accounts also state that all Jesus' followers lost faith. The movement was finished. Cleopas said, "We had so hoped that he was the Messiah." And Judas hung himself. The disciples hid in the room used for the Last Supper. According to the author of John chapter 21, Peter and the disciples give up and they go back to fishing. The empty tomb was not proof of Jesus' resurrection. A missing body could indicate a grave robbery. Though Jesus had many enemies, none produced his corpse. What does that reveal? It is Jesus' risen presence, not his absence in a tomb, that was definitive. His presence was living proof, if you will. When Jesus appears, no one recognized him. Mary Magdalene thought he was the gardener. Cleopas and his companion walked with him for hours, but never recognized him until he revealed himself to them as he broke bread with them. In every case of a resurrection report, it is Jesus who reveals that the risen one is Jesus. Resistance to the belief in Jesus' resurrection is illustrated by Thomas, who doubts his fellow disciples. Saul, who eventually becomes Paul, Saul, seeking to punish all idiots who still believe in Jesus, marches to Damascus and is blinded. He claims that Jesus had been raised and appeared to him. Despite years of punishment, Paul never recants his testimony. He is adamant. God raised Jesus from the dead. All the 12, newly constituted, go to their deaths proclaiming that he who was crucified has been raised. Too many miss the passive verb. Jesus receives the action of God. God raised Jesus. Jesus did not raise himself. This intellectual review pales in comparison to feeling and experiencing Jesus' resurrection. The most startled person Easter morn was Jesus. Many also have a valid claim that a person may experience the presence of Jesus without believing that he was bodily raised. All would agree. The power of Jesus on each of us transcends time and human categories. Think on these things. Be well. God bless.